Yo, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another New World video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you another location that you guys can be using to fly through your different weapon XP grinds. Now, we did a video a little bit back on the different areas that you can farm XP. This one's a little bit newer to me, and I thought I would share it with you guys in case none of those other ones really stood out to you. But basically, all we're going to be doing for this farm is going to here in Restless Shores, and it's actually right next to the old pig farm. It's just a little bit over to the right. But basically, all we're going to be doing for this farm is just running between these three little pirate forts, gathering up a bunch of enemies, and then killing them. So what you can do basically is just run through, say, this fort, gather up all the enemies, kill them, run to the next fort, gather them up, kill them. Next one, do the same thing. And by the time you return here, they're all going to be respawned. The respawn times are super short, so you can do these pulls incredibly often. Overall, you're going to be getting hundreds of XP per pull, and I've even been kind of just swapping to already maxed gear, and I've been taking away some XP from the different weapons I'm trying to level. So like with the bow, I kind of just shoot a poison cloud in there and then otherwise swap to like an ice gauntlet or fire staff and just wipe them out. So I am getting like half XP, but even then I'm still getting hundreds per pull, which really does say something. But otherwise, the requirements to do this really aren't too bad. All the enemies are level 45, so take that as you will. None of them are elites, so if you can defeat a normal level 45 enemy, this is going to be for you. And if you guys are having any sort of trouble, there's usually some people around here running it, so just try to get in their group. You guys can share the XP and have no trouble leveling up all your different weapons. Let's go ahead and see this farm in action. So I'm just going to start at one end. I'm going to be gathering up all the different enemies. I do like to use some ranged weapons to just kind of gather some aggro, because as a higher level, it's a little bit tougher to get the aggro. The range is a little bit shorter for the aggro. So I just like to shoot them, get them, and start letting them follow me. So we're just going to gather up a huge train here, and we're just going to be running through the entire fort. There's really no point of like killing them earlier than that. Just gather up the entire train and you can have your maximum efficiency. So to keep them from retreating, I do like to kind of kill them in the fort. If you bring them too far out, they're all going to run back in. But otherwise, to level my bow here, I'm just going to shoot my poison on the ground, maybe some bleed arrows, and then otherwise, we're going to be going ham with our ice gauntlet here and just take them all out super quickly. Any other weapon works. As you can see, we've already gained 290 XP for the bow, over 300, and that is while swapping weapons, which is pretty nutty. Now these guys can add up and do a lot of damage, at least the ranged ones can. They'll just be going nuts with their pistols. I'd probably be better off with a fire staff, to be honest, but as you can see, it's still hundreds upon hundreds of XP per pull, and you can do this just over and over and over as you guys go between the different forts. Now, I was going to show you guys the other fort, but there's actually some people over here. So like I said, there can be some competition. As long as you guys spread it out or team up, if you're all like running solo, you're going to have no trouble sharing that XP. But this fort is pretty much the exact same thing. It's almost the exact same layout. Just do the loop, pull the enemies, and kill them all. Now, if there's little to no people around here, I would just do these two forts, just go back and forth between them because they are the most efficient. But the reason why I included this upper one is just because if these are crowded, most people avoid this one just because there's not quite as many enemies. But if you are trying to compete for a lot of the different kills, this is just usually completely open. So you might as well just run it, get that XP, and just pull whatever you can. Just run in. They're all still level 45. They're not really any different. There's a little bit more shield guys, I think, over here, but overall, not too bad, and it's just a free group you can kill. Usually, I'll just pull it up the left staircase here because it kind of funnels them, and there's more enemies here. But otherwise, once again, I'll put the poison down, maybe shoot some some bleed arrows. Then otherwise, we'll just go to town. I'm going to be using the fire staff this time around. And as you can see, that is another free several hundred XP for our bow. And that's swapping XP. We'd probably get over 300 if this guy didn't have an invisible shield. But yeah, as you can see right there, another 30. That would have been 300. So yeah, definitely add in the upper part, this upper fort to your rotation, especially if it's crowded. But otherwise, if you are uncontested, like I said, just go between these two and you guys will be flying through your weapon XP. Now, I did just want to try one more pull in the uncontested camp to see how much XP we could get. This time I'm going to be using the fire staff. Otherwise, I'm going to be shooting my bow stuff. And otherwise, we're going to try to go through the entire horde here and see how many hundreds of XP we can get. Hopefully, we don't actually die, though, because these pistol guys kind of actually hurt. But for the most part, we're up to 531, so it's basically going to be about 560 XP per pull, which is absolutely disgusting. If we go ahead and take a look at our bow, It's really not that much. Here, we can actually take a peek at something that takes a little bit longer. So here's a Warhammer. It's only about 10,000 XP probably in total to get to like level 18 from 17. So it's really not that difficult to reach max mastery using this method. Also, in case it wasn't obvious, make sure you put a camp down just right in the middle in case these dudes end up killing you, because they can do pretty decent damage. Now, I do just have like my luck gear on, so I really don't have anything special. I should have had like my full PvP gear on. We probably wouldn't even come close to dying with that setup, but otherwise, just in case, doesn't hurt to put it here. There's flint everywhere, there's bushes everywhere. Just make sure you put that camp down. Yeah, that's the entire gist of the farm. It is super simple. Just pull between these two forts. If it's contested and you guys got a lot of competition, make sure you add in this upper area into the rotation, and that's a couple free 100 XP right there, because most people don't actually touch that. But this is personally what I'm going to be using to max out all my different weapon types. I'm going to probably get a tiny group, get them going with me, and we will fly through this no problem. I could very realistically seeing you guys get from level 1 to 20 with a weapon in just like maybe a couple hours if you guys are super dedicated to this farm. So I would really give this a go if you haven't already. Yeah, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you learned something, make sure you leave a thumbs up on the video to let me know. Really helps me out. Also consider subscribing for more New World content. Also, hopefully I'll see you over on Twitch. We stream almost every single day. Happy to answer any questions you guys have over there. But anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.